Look, I can't even stand still.
Very cute.
It's just me grinning like an idiot the whole time. Oh my god. What, this is like the dust bag. Totally in love. Yay! Well, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Wasn't intending on starting this video vlog style, but as always I'm running late, so there wasn't time to sit down and film before I left. Nice surroundings here, walking to the train station. So, it's a special video. Yes, I haven't done makeup yet. A special video. And what we're talking about today is, I wanted to capture this because, I'm all over the place as you can tell. Be good to look back on. Anyway, today is Monday the 25th of October 2021. I'm hoping by the time we get to the end of this video there will be a special unboxing. I'm not going to get too excited to have the box in my hands. So I'm on my way to Hermes. What happened was last week I went into my local Hermes store, picked up these lovely earrings as a birthday present from me to me. And I use 2 London boutiques, and each one's always asking me, oh, and here's another one from your special order. I'm like, no. Anyway, I thought this particular boutique, because they told me weren't doing any special orders at all for the year. And then my SA came out to get these, and 1, he was a long time in a small store going to the stockroom, and 2, he had a particularly cheesy grin on his face. And I was thinking, you're looking far too happy for someone that's just got something out of the stockroom. You know, it's not like it's, you know, a Falberg Birkin or something amazing. So, I mean, I love them, they're very nice and they're classic, but you know what I mean. Anyway, and then he said, oh, well, Joe, you know, this year, and I said to you, we had no budget to do any special orders whatsoever. Yeah, oh, a la carte, as they say. That's the proper terminology. Oh, we're getting across the road now. Damn. See, waffle too much. And he said, but we're going to offer it to 1 client this whole year. And it's you. I was like, oh my God. Got home and I told my husband, he's just like, breathe. Anyway, so I've been in a bit of a state about it. It's been a number of days. We're going today into store to place a special order. I think I know what I want. I was worrying about it a bit because this is such a big thing. I mean, it's like, you know, the ultimate. It's such a big thing for me. So I was worrying quite a bit because the choices in this season's special orders are just amazing. There's all my favourite colours. So I think I was just nervous about choosing the right one, about me making the right choice. I'm relaxed now because I've looked at what I want. I think I'm going to go with what's been in my head for like the last 2 years, colours permitting. Of course the lorry goes past. And I have good taste. So you know what? Whatever I choose, whenever it comes out the box, I think I'm going to love it because I have faith in my own taste. Anyway, I'm going to end that here. I just wanted to do an intro because I don't know when you're going to get the rest of this video. It could be up to 2 years. Anyway, signing off. Bye. So here's the a la carte box. A la carte box. We are choosing.
Is the old one upstairs?
Yes.
Hi. So it's a few days after I went to Hermes and placed my a la carte or special order in the store, and I thought before I forgot I would run through the process with you and the number of decisions that are required. Slightly more than I was anticipating. I'll also share on screen with you the colours that were available as well, just from the sheets. So basically, I was really pleased actually that I got the offer for this season. Obviously at the time I was disappointed last season when I wasn't able to get an offer, but it's actually worked out for the best because the colours for my offer period was certainly, in my opinion, better for me, for the type of thing that I had in mind. But saying that, I could have, you know, budget and offer allowing, you know, just outside the realms of reality, I could have easily designed about 6 bags, honestly. The choices were that good. So, obviously you saw from the clip from the day that there's like I call it the big box of tricks, but there's a big box that has everything in there that you need to look at, and then there's some paperwork that supports that in terms of the available colours, and then basically your sales associate will put through the order on their iPad, so it all goes through separately. So the process began with a glass of champagne, obviously, which was lovely, and then so the first choice I had to decide was what bag I wanted, in terms of did I want Birkin, Kelly, Constance, what size. So that was decision number 1. I'm not going to tell you what I decided. I'm going to go through the process but not actually tell you my decisions, because I want it to be a surprise when we do the reveal at said time. So that's decision number 1. Then the next decision is what leather you would like. So I had the choice of basically Clemence, Togo, Chèvre Mysore, Epsom or Ostrich. I think that was it. I wasn't offered, you know, alligator or crocodile, but I wouldn't have chosen those anyway. As much as it would be nice, again, that's a world that I'm not part of. That was way beyond budget. So, and as much as I love ostrich leather, that also is a bit pricey, but that was the choice of leathers available. And then obviously there was a, you know, somewhat what size bag. And then obviously if you were to choose a Kelly bag, then you would need to choose whether you wanted the Cellier or Retourne version, and that may impact the leather. So for Cellier, the choice would be either Epsom or Chèvre Mysore. For me, when I was making my choices, I was very much thinking about having something that was very tasteful and that I was going to like forevermore, as it's a forever bag, but also something that made it special as well. So within just one thing that may influence your decision if you're going through this process is the fact that, for example, Chèvre Mysore is not a leather that you would typically get from a ready-made in boutique Kelly 25. It does appear on some Constances and it does appear on some mini Kellys. So that's that choice. So then you also need to decide which type of a la carte bag do you want. So there's the, and I'm probably getting these names wrong, but there's basically 3 choices. There is the like standard bag, you know, bag is all one colour inside and out. There is the verso version, which is where the outside of the bag would be one colour and the inside of the bag will be a different colour. And the third option is the multicolour, and that is where like the front and the back of the bag are colour 1, and then sides, handles, sangles, you know, for Birkin or Kelly, and obviously if you get a Kelly, the strap will be colour 2 and the interior of the bag will be colour 1. I'll insert a picture of something I found on Instagram so you know what I mean by that. So those are your 3 choices of the type of a la carte bag that you want. And again, the standard that you would get in boutique would be the first option, but you can sometimes also see some versos that come into the boutique, less common, but they do appear. With obviously if you go for a verso or a multicolour, so something that involves 2 colours of bag, then both those colours need to be, for example, if you go for the multicolour, both those colour choices need to be in the same leather. You know, so you couldn't have one Togo and one Epsom, for example, they'd have to be from the choice band in the same. And if you go for a verso choice, then your colour for the inside would have to come from the linings colour chart. So I'll include pictures of all of the colour charts that I can find. So once you've decided on the bag you want, the size, the leather, the type of special order, obviously you then need to decide on the colour. If you are getting a Cle, then one of the other choices is what strap length you would like. You have a choice of either 85 centimetres or 105 centimetres for the strap length. You also need to choose what hardware you would like, whether you want, what comes as standard in terms of palladium, gold or rose gold, or then the special order options, which would be brushed palladium, brushed gold or permaglass. Now permaglass is also shiny like the normal ones, but it's basically like a champagne gold colour. So yeah, very, very beautiful. The other choice you need to make is what colour stitching you would like. So do you want, stitching, and again there's limited colours of stitching, so there's not every leather colour has the stitching that's the same. So for example, if you chose gris asphalte in Epsom leather, then you could have chosen gris asphalte stitching to have gone with it. However, a colour such as gris tourterelle, which was available in the Chèvre Mysore, there wasn't a gris tourterelle colour stitching to match, but you could have gone for gris asphalte, which was very similar. So yes, you need to decide what stitching colour you want. And if you go for the multicolour bag where you've got colour 1 and colour 2, you can also have stitching 1 and stitching 2, or you can have it all as the same stitching. You also need to decide whether or not you want any stamping. Now if you want stamping on the bag, there are a number of positions that you can choose that. For example, I was looking at the Cle stamping choices, and you can have it under the turn lock, on the strap, or actually on the clochette. Now if you choose with any of the options to have the stamping on the bag, or in the Cle case on the strap, I guess that would be true for the constants as well, then you do need to pay a deposit of 50% of the bag cost on the day. If you choose to have the stamping on the clochette, you do not, and obviously if you choose not to have stamping at all, then again you would just pay for the bag as and when you collect it and it's all ready in all its lovely Hermes glory. So that's first choice. You also need to choose what colour you would like the stamping in, whether you would like it in gold, silver or just embossed. And then you can choose whether you would like a lucky charm only, initials only, or initials and a lucky charm, space permitting. And then you need to choose whether you would like that in the PM, the MM or the GM size. So lots of choices there. That was probably my hardest choice, I would say, the stamping, because I genuinely hadn't thought about it. In addition, you do get the standard Hermes printing with the horseshoe on. That comes as standard. This is, like I say, additional stamping. So as far as I can remember, and I only had the one glass of champagne, but it was just very, very exciting and somewhat overwhelming as well. I just felt so privileged to be able to do this special order. So that's all I can remember from the choices. I don't think there's anything I've forgotten. Once you've done that, and at each stage they do run through with you, right, so you're saying this, you're saying that, this is your colour, this is your stitching. They then run through it one final time, place the order through, and then you will later get an email, or I did anyway, you get an email with PDF on it detailing what it is that you have chosen.
Now, if you did decide that you've made a mistake or that you wanted to change something, you know, like the following day or so, then you can do that. I deliberately wasn't going to do that. I was like, no, I'm making my mind up on the day and that's it, no looking back. I just wanted it done, move on, start saving and see when it's going to come in. So that was the process. I'm now in the position of waiting for the bag, and I don't know how long that will be. I was advised in one store that it should be potentially about 8 months. I do know from people that are currently having some of that from the last season window, some bags are coming in now, so typically some Epsom leather bags are taking about 6 months or so, but other leathers, I think the Chev Mysore was quoted as being, could potentially be a year. So it does vary really. You know, they're obviously not held to it at all. You could be up to 2 years, but I'm hopeful that it won't be that long. Obviously I don't want it too soon, so I've got time to get the funds together, but at the same time I'm naturally impatient, so I don't really want to wait a year either. But it will be what it will be, and it will be more than worth it.
Okay, so last time I spoke to you in this setting, I was out of breath, I was rushing, and I was on my way to place my special order. That was the 25th of October last year. I had an email an hour ago. She's here. She's actually here in store. So I've got ready. Not quick enough, obviously. And now I am rushing to the train station. And then I'm getting the train. Ooh, just missed the big pile of horse poo. Rushing to the train station. I got about 12 minutes to get there. And then I'm meeting Bestie Lorna on the train, heading into London. And she's here. Hopefully it'll go well. Hopefully they've made me what I asked them to. I was so excited. I looked in the mirror just before I left. I put mascara on one eye, not the other. Who does that? Who does one eye and then just puts it away again? Anyway, so I'm a bit of a state of flux. I'm just like shaking. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I've just nervous about getting there on time now. So I'm going to say goodbye. I'll catch you later. Outfit of the day is trusty old Victoria Beckham blazer, Nita Baker t-shirt, and my Roulis in Mauve Sylvestre, which is a lovely bag. Bloody love it. And yeah. Oh, and my Loro Piano Summer Charms loafers in this like off pale grey. I think they're called, I can't remember what they're called. Anyway, so comfy to walk in, but I think they look nice as well. See you later for the reveal. Bye. Made it. And I didn't need to. But we're here, we're on the train, we're about to leave. Meet Bestie Lorna a few stops down. So outfit was chosen whilst I was hurriedly telling hubby the news. He was just looking at me like, just calm down. And I'm like, I don't think you appreciate the seriousness of this. The seriousness of this. This is epic, this is amazing. This is the bag. She's here. So yeah, so take a t-shirt I got for my holiday and then didn't wear. I'm pulling out the pink of that with my Rose Sakura Mini Kelly bracelet. We have this Mauve Sylvestre Roulis, and then just jeans and my Loro Piano wedges. Not wedges, loafers. They're loafers, not wedges. As you can tell, we're still not fully calm. You should see Bestie Lorna in about 25 minutes. And she can calm me down.
So, Jojo Lux, what are we off to do today?
I'm practically skipping. We are here to collect a little someone. So yeah, Miss HSS, Miss a la carte, Miss Special Order is here and waiting just over there.
Down forward. From when I'm children,
Where are we, Joe?
We're at the special place.
Very excited.
Look, I can't even stand still.
Very cute.
It's just me grinning like an idiot the whole time. Right, you? Cheers.
Cheers.
So you know they're not coming in the plastic anymore. So yeah, they just come with like a little paper wrap around them for sustainability.
Just got that there as well, so I don't flap. Oh my god. What, this is like a dust bag, I'm not...
Oh, sorry, Kevin.
I think it should be.
Bright pink.
Exactly as ordered. Stitching and everything. Oh, she's beautiful. And the gris tourterelle is lovely in chèvre as well. It's warmer.
And show the inside. It's very elegant.
It's very you.
And the stitching is definitely the right way to go. So it blends on one side, contrast on the other.
And it's not
Yep.
too much. You know, sometimes people go a little too much. You
I
went
love
with
gris
permabras. Very nice. I love permabras.
Because I thought it went nicely with the general warmth of the whole bag. But also it was special because you don't get it ordinarily. Well, you get on some rouleys, but you know, generally you don't get permabras. Oh. Here's the clochette.
Did you get your initials on it?
No, we have the
really
palladium,
beautiful.
and then on the other side.
Not palladium, Joe.
So what I know, I'm too excited. It's permabras, permabras. And then here, a little horsey in gold to pick out the permabras.
You waited at how long ago did you wait?
25th of October, I placed the order. So, but I was just really surprised because I thought not a lot happened in August. Just exactly as envisioned, but just having her in my hands, she's even more beautiful
No, I understand.
than I ever thought. Just perfect.
And I think it's very special, and it's lovely to see somebody like yourself who really appreciates and loves a special order like this, you know, because it's once in a lifetime.
Yeah. Just everything. The glazing, the stitching, everything is
This
just
one,
perfect.
yeah. The height of sophistication.
I love the gris tourterelle. That was such a good way to go.
It shows really well with the permabras as well.
How do you feel?
Excited to get her home and do an unboxing. And just totally in love.
Yay!
Okay, so I'm home, different outfit. It's been 2 days. I have this one with me. So who knows, maybe he's mildly more interested. Oops, we're not level. Oh well. Maybe he's mildly more interested in this one than he is normally. So the reason it's been a couple of days was on the day that I went to collect my little special order. Basically, when I saw the email, I was halfway through doing a manicure whilst chatting online to Wild Unfiltered, and then I just spotted this email. I was like, oh my god. So just literally, my poor husband, I just dumped everything as was, and like, you know, Lorna was like, go, 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 and I was a bit state. I had to do something with my hair and face and clothes, and anyway, so it was a bit of a rush. When I came back, I then had to finish the manicure, and you know, going into London and back, even if you only go to one shop, it does take a few hours, so it's not that quick. So here we have, ready to unbox 2 days later. I haven't peeked at all, is this one. Now, oh, sorry, darling, I let you go sit in your normal place. Good boy. Right, he's now comfortable and probably licking his bottom or something, sorry. So what I do like, it's so thoughtful, Hermes, I've got hair on it, is that they give you this plain white bag and also it has this little flap. So it's completely concealed, and if you do get caught in a little bit of rain, everything's not going to get sodden. So I do keep these because they're just really useful to use. Plus, I just don't throw away stuff like that. Right. It's like parts of parcel, many layers. Oh, pop that down there. So here we have the Hermes bag. Now, if you've been watching this video all the way through and haven't just skipped to this bit at the end, then you know already what's in here. But I thought yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? I thought I would unbox it with you now, show you close up, remind you of all of the details, yes, all the deets, and go from there. And I'm very excited. I've washed my hands like about 6 times before doing this to make sure there's no makeup or anything on them. I will calm down. Also, I've joined the club of Dale's Addiction and Amelia Rose's Closet in my little matching 2-piece from Ted Baker. Had to get some America. Anyway, I digress, as ever. Box. I'm still holding this box in my arms and I'm in somewhat disbelief. And I'm sure there's loads of information I probably need to tell you and I've forgotten, but as ever, put any questions in the comments box below. Look. Let's do the unboxing. Let's do the ribbon. Now, my SA was telling me that we don't have special ribbon, we just have normal ribbon, but I'm okay with that. Ooh. Just pop that in the bag for now. I do actually keep all my ribbon as well. I normally roll it up and keep it in the box. Oops. I'm so desperate to show you and not drop. Here's back. This is always the magical moment and it just draws out the suspense. But anyway. So there we have the dust bag. If you haven't seen already, and from when we got to this point on the video, you probably know what she is. Wouldn't be too hard a guess knowing me anyway. And just in the box we have the care booklet there and the little raincoat, the rain protection there. I believe we always get like 2 in there. Don't know, this is a number 3 anyway. Just pop the box over there. Hopefully out of beagle reach. No darling, it doesn't need your help. He thinks everything needs beagle help. Right, this is the right way. So yeah, those of you that know me, know my channel, know my bag collection, won't be too surprised at my choice of HSS Special Order, a la carte, call it what you will. Oh, she's so good. I'm still in disbelief really at the whole process and what I'm holding in my hands. I had actually been, I've surprised myself, so it's been just about 10 months and I think I calculate it to be like 44 weeks and 5 days, so just under 45 weeks. And I know I went within like an hour of seeing the email, and my reason for that was it was kind of almost perfect timing. I've just got back from my holiday. I had the day off work because I was just stretching out arrival from holiday until I had to start work again, which will be tomorrow, but we're just pretending that doesn't exist for now. We're in another reality right now where just money appears without working. Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? But yeah, that's not my life. So I'm putting work out of my mind, and I just really I thought it worked out quite well that on my day off, you know, Bessie Lorna was able to come with me, and yeah, it was nice to do that as like almost like the little sort of, you know, extra cap on the end of my holiday. It was like that little bonus. And I haven't really had many holidays, particularly haven't been abroad with COVID. You know, I wasn't one of those people that went early, and I was like, no, when you see some of the issues and all the last minute changes, I was like, screw that, I'm not getting caught up in that. So yeah, it was a big thing for me going away. So the details. Cle, this is natural light by the way. Cle 25 Cellier multicolour HSS all in this stunning Chèvre Mysore leather. I love Chèvre, it's an amazing leather. Try and show you the grain. It is an amazing leather. Over time it develops a slight sheen, but it's lightweight, it's fairly durable, and it's just, I think it's beautiful because you've got a bit of a grain, so you've got a bit of interest, but it also holds its structure very well as well, which is why it is good for the Cle Cellier. And the colours I went for are Nata here, and this whole chunk of colour here is Gris Tourterelle. I'll include a picture of the deconstructed bag from when I made my choice in store as well, so I didn't include that pre-unboxing because I wanted, you know, you may have guessed, but I wanted it to be a bit of a surprise. So yeah, the hardware I went for is permabrass. I keep on saying palladium and I know it isn't. That's what reminds me. Permabrass. And then I went for the same stitching throughout. I could have had two different colours. I could have done contrasting, but I didn't want it to be that contrast. I didn't want, you know, like white on black, black on white. It was just going to be too much for me. So I'll try and show you. I went for Gris Asphalt stitching there, which contrasts nicely against the Nata and blends pretty well with the Gris Tourterelle. It was the closest I could get to Gris Tourterelle. So yes, stunning, stunning bag. I'm going to take off the plastic and you can see this gorgeous hardware a little bit more. Obviously I'm keeping it, so I know this devalues the bag, but I got this for me. I did not get this to sell on. I think would sell on quite well at a good, I could probably make quite a bit of money, but I'm not into Hermes for making money. I just love, you know, if you watch this channel you'll know I do it for love. I just love the many products, not just the bags, not just the Birkins and the Kellys, you know, non-quota bags as well. I'll do a future video on that as well actually, some of the, in my opinion, some of the other like Hermes entry bags, and a good way to start, you know, if you can't get the availability and, you know, you don't want to spend that much or can't spend that much as Birkins and Kellys costs. Right. I may have to do the final bits of the stickers later because I'm aware it's taking a little while. I just wanted you to see the true beauty of this permabrass. There you go. Look at that. Now I'll take off the felt and then you can see even better. Okay, so the hardware sticker is really quite stuck on. I might have to use a pair of tweezers. I don't use anything too sharp because I don't want to scratch the hardware. But you can see the beauty of the permabrass there against the colouring of the bag. It's I'll just do that slightly so you can just see. I thought the colouring, or the colours, all went really well together. What I liked about the permabrass was that it's got a bit of gold to it, which goes well with the warmth of these colours, but it's not really in your face gold, so it's not too much. It's quite subtle, particularly against the Nata. I think it's just stunning. And then let me show you here the special stamping. So you can see the little horseshoe there, and then it says Hermes Paris, made in France. There's the inside, so we'll get to that in a second. We'll get to that in a second. So inside, Fairly nondescript really. It's, again, we've got the same leather throughout, and Chev is actually used as a lining in a lot of bags. You know, if you buy like my Birkin 30 in Togo, inside is the Chev Mysore lining because it's such a great leather. So we've got the permabras there on this one interior zip, and then we have a little slip pocket there. I haven't even tested if my phone fits. I mean, it'll fit in the bag, but I just said, oh, that's... So this is really quite satisfying. I mean, obviously you can use it for whatever you want, but that is my phone in the pocket. Perfect fit. So like I say, this is the 25 Cellier. Gradually making my way through the different Cle sizes now. This bag is immaculate. It is literally stitch perfect, and it's the attention to detail that you get with Hermes. So you probably can't see, but there's a slight grain to this Chev, in that towards the middle it is slightly finer than the edges, and it's basically been made so that on both the front and the back, the grain almost goes like you've got a spine down the middle. It almost goes like fine grain, slightly bigger, and then smaller again. But it's been made so that the grain of the leather coincides with the shape of the bag, so it's perfectly symmetrical. And it's things like that that make, where you can really see the quality of Hermes, because someone has bothered to think about that. Someone has cut the leather with that in mind and constructed the bag. So yeah, I just think it's stunning. We have 4 little feet on the bottom as well, again in permabras. She's so cute. I'm just looking at her and I'm just like, you are so cute. Another sticker there. So many hard wet stickers. Yeah, we've just got a tiny one to go now, but we'll do that in a bit. So if I do her up, there she is. I will include some mod shots in a bit. We're nearly done, don't worry. The other thing I just wanted to talk about quickly was in terms of Gris Tourterelle. Now, I saw a post a little while before I got this, actually, literally weeks before I got this, talking about Gris Tourterelle, and seeing a Cle 25 and above in Chev Mysore it really isn't common. On Purse Pop, I don't know if it's a 25 that she got or a 28, but it was in Chev in Gris Tourterelle, and I'll include it as well. Like I say, it's Purse Pop, it's not my photos, but I'll include it. And what you can see is Gris Tourterelle in Chev compared against Gris Tourterelle in, I think it was Clement's. I didn't have a sample in Chev Gris Tourterelle when I chose my samples. You can see that there's a slight difference. And when I saw the pictures, I was actually quite excited. Yes, it looked different to what I'd chosen, the shade, slightly. But in my mind, it just made it a little bit closer to Trench, actually. And I just thought then the difference and the tones between Nata and Gris Tourterelle and Chev was slightly nicer than I'd even chosen. I was quite excited. I thought, oh, let's, it's on-screen pictures, let's see what it happens in real life. And if in real life it looks more like the original sample, then I was good with that, obviously, because it's what I chose. But I did get quite excited, and I have to say, yes, Purse Pop, your pictures did come through online as, you'd seen them in person, and yeah, really, really love that. So in here, we have my clochette. And this is where I chose to have my stamping. So if you have stamping down on the clochette, you do not need to pay 50% deposit up front. And make sure I don't drop my bag. Beagle in the way. So you can see there I've got the little horsey head in gold. And I'm just going to pop this on. And the other thing is on the inside of this clochette, it's in Nata, and again the palladium keys. So I don't know if I'll wear it like that, but just for now, let's pop it on. And then in the other dust bags for everything, we have the strap, and the strap is in Gris Tourterelle, and the details on this, there's a bit of stamping there. that says Hermes Paris, made in France. I haven't tried the bag on yet with the strap because there was hardware stickers and I wanted to remove it with you. So let's remove. They actually came off quite easily. They were just on either side. They weren't wrapped around, which makes a difference. I mean, I love this hardware. It's stunning. So I'm going to clip that on one side. Take the hardware protector off the other side. Oops. Or I could just drop it on the floor. I was making a neat pile of hardware stickers. Hey ho. I'll get that in a moment before the beagle does, because he gets everywhere. So there is the strap on, and I went for an 85cm strap, which is the length that is standard for all other Kelly's. I tried the 105 on, even though I knew from a past experience with a canvas strap that I bought once, 105 doesn't work on short ass me. Far too long, so I can even get away with crossbody with this. I mean, she's just gorgeous. I'm hoping I'm going to wear her a lot. My choice I did because I wanted something that was obviously special. So going for the Chev, going for just a little stamping that's mine, going for the permabrass hardware, all of that, you know, and obviously the two-tone screams special order, a la carte, HSS. But it's not obnoxious. It's not, and if you want obnoxious, hell, you go for it, you do it. If you want to do pink and yellow, whatever, you green and purple, you go for it, do it. It wasn't what I wanted, and I love colour. I love Hermes colour, I love colour in other bags, so I'm not anti-colour in any way. But for my, you know, I probably won't get another invite, let's face it, who knows. It'd be lovely if I did one day, but this, you know, in reality, this is going to be my one and only chance to design, you know, and have made for me my own Hermes bag, and I wanted it to be very wearable. I went for the 25 size because, one, I didn't have a 25 and wanted one. It was my wish, which had already expired once after 8 months, and you know, it was my wish in gold actually. I wanted gold on gold 25 Cellier Epsom. Wish expired, didn't get one. Fine, yeah, it's what it is. Disappointing, but not unexpected. It's, you know, only so many bags and more people than bags. That, you know, so you know, no hard feelings. Just, you know, obviously it would have been nice. This is even nicer. So I wanted to go for a 25, and also 25 I think is very wearable. It's, if I'm going out for the day shopping and being in the Chev as well, it's lightweight. It's not going to get too heavy. You're not going to overpack it because you can't overpack it. It's Cellier as well. So again, that holds less than a Vuitton. You know, a Vuitton of the same size is bigger. It may look smaller from the outside, but inside it is bigger. So yeah, there's less give, and there's just, you know, I love both styles. I've always particularly loved the Cellier because I just love this very crisp look and this crisp shape. I've also grown to love the Vuitton. You know, getting my Kelly 28 in Vuitton really taught me how great the Vuitton is, more than I ever envisioned. You know, originally I wanted it in Cellier. When it came in, it was Vuitton. I wasn't disappointed. I, you know, looked and played, and the more I've used that bag, it's great, and it's just so flexible and holds so much, so it's a brilliant bag. But for this, I wanted it to be, you know, more delicate, more refined, and that's why I went for this. The colours, I think, although they're special and they're two-tone, I'm hoping I'll be able to, time will tell, but I'm hoping I'll be able to wear this with an awful lot. I thought this unboxing part video would be about 5 minutes. Sorry. I'm going to shut up now, do some mod shots, and leave you with this beauty. Hope you can see okay, but just to give you an idea of scale. So, as a reminder, I am 5'3" and a smidge. I'm just wearing slippers at the moment with this delightful outfit. Here is the Kelly 25 Cellier in the crook of my arm. Here she is on my shoulder, and here she is crossbody. So super secure as well, love that. So yeah, super light, super comfortable to wear, I mean really light. Anyone's got any questions or comments whatsoever, please enter them in the description box. Please enter them in the box below. Thanks, bye.